Okay, I told you guys that Chiefs were gonna win this game. Um, and I said it that Chiefs often win games that you don't expect them to win, and they just won this particular game. So that means that Kaizer Chiefs, that means Kaizer Chiefs have literally just done a double over Stellenbosch FC. Yeah, they've done a double over Stellenbosch FC. So that's the first time since the 2022-2023 season that Kaizer Chiefs have been able to achieve the fact that, like, look, they've done a double over Stellenbosch FC. Great credit to them. It was a well fought victory. And doing a double over Stellenbosch is not as simple as people think it is, because remember, they beat Pirates twice last season, and they've already beaten Pirates already this season, and they've beaten Sundowns twice in the MTN 8 semi-final, home and away. So as for Kaizer Chiefs, them achieving this unlikely feat that the other clubs couldn't achieve, it's very massive. Despite the fact that I still feel like there's still a lot of work to be done at Kaizer Chiefs, because looking at the complexion of the game, um, I'm looking at one player in particular, Yusuf Mart. He seems to be giving away too much possession. Um, Today he lacked the composure that was actually needed in that midfield of the park, because when you're playing in a high intensity game like this one, right, you need a type of midfielder that can boss that midfield, that can remain in control, stand firm, right, and that type of midfielder that can actually hold on to the ball and actually make the team tick. I did not see that in the midfield. Yes, Thabo Cele, he's the one who tried. He's that particular midfielder. I think he has already solved Kaizer Chiefs' midfield crisis right now. But then I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is that him playing alongside Yusuf Mart is never going to work. I can tell you that for a fact, that Yusuf Mart playing in that midfield is definitely not going to work. That's why I'm thinking that it's actually a great thing that he won't be available for selection in the next cup game against Chipper United on Saturday. So it's actually a blessing in disguise for Kaizer Chiefs that Yusuf Mart won't be present, because that particular cup game is a must-win for Chiefs. Because realistically speaking, that's the only trophy that they have, that's on offer in order for them to win. That's the only trophy that they can win, realistically speaking. So it's a must-win victory for them. It's a season definer. They have to win every single Nedbank Cup match that they play, starting with the game against Chipper United, which is the round of 16 on Saturday. So it's actually a blessing in disguise that Yusuf Mart won't be present, right? Great goal by Lilepo, Lollipop. He gets his first, he opens his account for Kaizer Chiefs. He had a very decent performance, and I think he deserved the Man of the Match award, because it's like, the guy really ran his socks off. He's a great dribbler. He's good on the ball. He can take on defenders. I saw he on 1v1. The guy's very good. He gave Umdaka, like, hey man, he had a lot of work to be done. He had a lot of work to do. He was giving him a hell of a game, a hell of a tough time, right? One-on-one, the guy is so good. He can dribble past you with ease. He makes football look so simple. He's got the speed, and plus he's got the aerial ability, and that's how he actually was able to score the goal, through the header. And great cross by Gaston Sirino. I mean, Sirino now, that's his 4th assist of the season, and it just shows you how crucial he is to this Kaizer Chiefs team. That's why I actually think that it's better off when Sirino actually starts than him coming off the bench, because him coming off the bench sometimes, it's a bit tricky, because you need, if you want to win the game, you need your best players on the pitch from the very first minute. And look what happened, how effective that was, because Kaizer Chiefs have now scored their fastest goal that they've scored this season, under 4 minutes, right? So it was 3 minutes 38 seconds when Lilepo actually scored that goal. So that is the fastest goal that Kaizer Chiefs have actually scored this particular season. Again, great performance by Pule Modi, just let down by the finishing as usual, especially when he had that chance to actually double the lead of Kaizer Chiefs. I feel like that was very selfish from him. He should have looked up. There were better options. I mean, Lilepo was actually in space, and Umtu was right behind him. I mean, if he took an extra touch just to cut back and actually look at the options that he had, he could have actually passed to either of them, because now, and then you wrap up the game. Because they were in a much better position. But again, lack of clinical finishing could have almost cost Chiefs the game, because they could have wrapped this game up. But it was a very tight encounter. end-to-end stuff. Look, from a point of Stellenbosch FC, yeah, give credit to Kaizer Chiefs because Stellenbosch didn't play. They were struggling to actually um, move from defense to midfield. And for the fact that Tashreeq Morris was actually pressing that Stellenbosch defense, they were actually struggling to move with the ball like they usually do. And that's why Stellenbosch were actually unable to actually create those openings that we usually see, because Stellenbosch were only able to create one opening. And give credit to the left wing, Piri. He had a great game. He was giving Frosler some problems there, but it was again, you just need to give credit to the Kaizer Chiefs defense. They really outmuscled Stellenbosch. They held firm, they stood firm to hold on to those 3 points, much needed 3 points for them. And even De Jong, we all saw him as a threat for the Stellies, but he was not in the game. He really didn't offer much. But again, credit has to go to Kaizer Chiefs for actually keeping him quiet. And I did say even before the game that the absence of Fawaz Basidin will be a blessing in disguise for Kaizer Chiefs, and it will also not help Stellies that much, because Basidin is a very crucial player in the Stellies team, and his absence really, really did have an impact on the complexity of the game. So, but anyway, that's it for now. And congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Congrats to Claudie Lilepo for actually getting that man of the match. That was a great man of the match performance. Hopefully he remains fit. Hopefully he remains injury free, because he seems like he might be a key player for Kaizer Chiefs, going forward. And also Gaston Sereno put up a great shift. Pule Modi also put up a great shift. And also credit to Thabo Cele in that midfield, who also put up a great shift. But there still remains questions around the use of Mart. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's really the right partner for, the former, for the Kwamashu-born midfielder. But Kaizer Chiefs' defense was also on point. They were very solid, very, very solid. Congrats to them. And hard luck to Stellenbosch FC, because even they themselves, Stellenbosch, they really didn't create much. Yes, they did have a few openings here and there, but they really didn't create much. But it was an entertaining game nonetheless. You know what I'm saying?